Okay, quick question. How many of your best ideas happen somewhere that is not a Teams meeting? The hallway, the car, the walk back from the client's office. That stuff never gets written down. And by the time you're back at your desk, half of it is gone. So today, I want to show you a feature in the Microsoft 365 Copilot mobile app that quietly fixes that. It's called Record. Let's get into it. Record lives right inside the Copilot mobile app. You open a chat, tap the plus button next to the prompt box, the same place you'd attach a photo or a file, and there it is. Record. You hit it, and Copilot starts listening to whatever's happening in the room. When you stop, you don't just get an audio file sitting in a folder somewhere. Copilot gives you back a transcript and a summary, right there in the chat. And because it's a chat, you can keep going. Ask it what you agreed to. Ask it what your follow-ups are. Ask it to turn the whole thing into an email. The conversation you just had becomes something you can actually work with. A couple of practical numbers. A single recording can run up to 2 hours, and it keeps going in the background, so you can switch apps, check something, come back, and it's still recording. It's on iOS and Android, and if you've got a Copilot license, it's turned on for you by default. Here's where it earns its keep. We've all got great tooling for online meetings, recordings, transcripts, recaps, all of it. But the moment a meeting happens in a room with actual humans and no Teams link, all of that disappears. You're back to scribbling. So, client meeting, vendor sit down, a workshop, an interview panel. Put the phone on the table, hit record, and be present in the conversation instead of typing through it. Afterwards, you've got the transcript, the summary, and the decisions without having spent the meeting looking at a screen. That's the real win here. And honestly, it's less about the AI and more about you getting to make eye contact again. Second one, and this is my favorite because it's so ordinary. The 5-minute corridor conversation. Someone catches you after a review and says, "Actually, can we change the scope? And can you loop in procurement?" That is a real decision. It just didn't happen in a calendar invite, so it never gets recorded anywhere. Same thing with whiteboard sessions. Loads of thinking happens, the board gets wiped, and what survives is one blurry photo nobody opens again. Record the discussion while it's happening, and you keep the reasoning, not just the artifact. Why you rejected option B is usually more valuable later than the fact you picked option A. Third use case is just you, thinking out loud, walking to the station, sitting in a cab, between 2 meetings. You talk for 90 seconds about a proposal, or a problem, or a bit of feedback you want to give properly. Copilot writes it up. And this is where it beats a normal voice memo, because a voice memo is a dead end. It sits in an app, unsearchable, and you never listen to it again. Here, the moment the recording stops, you're already in a chat with Copilot, so you can say, "Tidy this into 3 bullet points," or "Draft that as a message to my team." You went from a rambling thought to something usable before you got back to your desk. Now, if you work anywhere with a compliance team, your first question is, where does the audio go? Fair. So, recordings are uploaded to your own OneDrive for business, and the recording, the transcript and the summary all inherit the permissions and governance already set on it. Your existing retention policies, sensitivity labels, DLP rules, and eDiscovery all keep applying. It's not a side channel outside your tenant. Microsoft has also stated that customer recordings, transcripts and summaries are not used to train its foundation models, large language models, or speech recognition models. And if an organization decides it doesn't want this at all, admins can switch it off through an Intune app configuration policy. One genuinely important thing, and please don't skip this. The app does not announce to the room that you've started recording. There's no chime, no banner for everyone else. Getting consent is on you, and recording law varies a lot depending on where you are and who you're with. So make it a habit. Phone down, 1 sentence. "I'm going to record this so I can get the notes right. Everyone okay with that?" Takes 2 seconds, and it keeps the whole thing above board. Honestly, most people say yes and then relax, because it means nobody's frantically typing. So that's Record. It's not a flashy feature, and that's exactly why I like it. It closes the gap between the work that happens in meetings and the work that happens everywhere else: the corridor, the whiteboard, the car. Everything spoken becomes something searchable, summarized, and ready to act on. It started rolling out broadly in late August 2026, so check the plus menu in your Copilot mobile app. If it's not there yet, give it a little time. Try it on 1 meeting this week. Just 1. Then tell me in the comments whether the summary was any good. I'm genuinely curious how it handles accents and crosstalk in the real world. Thanks for watching.